A sunny good afternoon. Jason Phillips from Auto Appraise doing a pre-purchase inspection for a not so close buyer on a 1971 Chevrolet full-size long box pickup truck, Custom 20, Custom Deluxe. Truck's been restored, appears to be off frame. We'll get going through it and then take it for a drive down the road as usual. Start under the hood since we got the hood still loose. Firewall was nicely repainted with the body. Inner fenders shot well. Hardened, coated stainless steel fasteners were not used on the hood hinges and on the core support. Those could stand to be cleaned up and dressed up just a bit. Core support was repainted. Looks like the radiator was replaced with a new core. Engine looks good on top and the bottom. 400 small block based on the casting number. I'll have to go back and read it. 383. It was a casting block, 400 small block 2-barrel or a 2-bolt main. It's got a 4-barrel on top of it. They used it from 1972 to 1980. Period power brakes, later model upgraded power steering. Got the 1.25" harmonic balancer. Engine bay looks like it's in nice shape though. Nothing really to comment on in any negative fashion. Antifreeze is up to snuff and green. Oil is clean and full. Heading around taking a look at the bright work and trim. The grille was replaced, headlight bezels were replaced. This bumper might have been replaced a long time ago, but it's got some subtle patina and age to the chrome. The rear bumper is a step chrome bumper, looks better than this. Well, this bumper looks good from about 7 to 10 feet. Up close it could stand some replating, just a few small marks. A little bit of age showing in the marker parking lights. Side lights all work, headlights, parking lights work. Door handles, keys, mirrors all replaced. The vent windows probably show the most patina, and you can't really feel that so much, but you can see it. So those are obviously original. Got a replacement windshield, no obvious chips or cracks I could see. Good original side glass with very little general wear, a few light scratches here and there. The paint presents pretty nice. It's a silver charcoal metallic. Everything looks to have been taken apart. There's a few small flaws noted in the exploded view. A couple hairline scratches right here on the right box side, and a little bit of bubbling down low on both sides here in the cab corners where they were likely repaired. Digital paint meter all the way around the vehicle and magnets. Photographs of all of that for the potential purchaser. If you need service like that, 800-301-3886. I do video inspections here in Michigan, Northern Ohio, Northern Indiana, in as far as Chicago. And we have 300 guys doing written reports, so feel free to reach out and find out what that would run and if we got somebody in the area. Down this side of the truck, here is the exploded view that the customer will receive with the various flaws pointed out that we found, that I found. There's no we. You can freeze frame on that. Got one small chip on the hood, a few little scratches and marks in the grill. Probably somebody's belt buckle from trying to get up there. Down this side, we've got a little more of the same, a little bit of bubbling here at the cab corner where this section was probably repaired. There's a little bit of filler in the door corners, a little bit of filler used to prime and block and straighten. But the underbody overall looks pretty nice. A lot of sheet metal was replaced. Exterior sheet metal, some of that was replaced. Down here regarding the paint, as I come slowly down this bedside, there's some metallic gathering or modeling right in this area here. Kind of comes into this area, and there's a little bit of it happening right here. Don't know if the video picks that up because it's hard to see the screen out here in the bright sun. That might be the strongest paint flaw in the truck. Inside the box, there's really nothing to complain about. I believe the wheel tubs were replaced with a LMC brand or similar, and the front of that box was probably changed. Original cab floor has a few nicks and dings and whatnot that were painted over. I think we got a replacement tailgate, not positive. I cannot get it to fire. Can't get it to unlatch. Pulled on that for a while before I started the video. Not going to happen, so that's going to need to be addressed. Chrome rear step bumper has very mild patina. It's looking really good except for one little bonk right there. Rear tail lights and the reverse lights are original with a little bit of light checking. Nothing to be too concerned about. Can't see it from back here. Wheels and tires new, very nice. Nibs still present on the tread, so we're in good shape there. Aftermarket wheels. All the wheels are basically in the same condition. As far as readings go, various readings all around the truck, but mostly good readings. Digital paint meter finds its way from 10 to 25 just about everywhere. Getting down in here in the lowers, I hung magnets to show that even though sometimes I'm not getting a reading, I'm getting 12 there and nothing here. I'm getting nothing. Well, I get 8.5 there, 8.5 there, but nothing right here in the corner. But then 23 and 16 above, so a little bit of repair here, and magnets do stick. A little bit of that going on in various areas. Bubble magnet. It sticks, but slides, but eventually holds up. You can see the little arm going up and down. A little bit of a wide line here. If I was being picky, on the bottom of that fender where that repair was conducted. So same thing down here. We've got magnetic adhesion on the bottom of the door corner, even though the paint gauge doesn't read as nicely. Cab corner, same thing. This was a repair job, so most of this cab corner is rusted out. And that's what we have all the way around the body. It's a nice looking body, very good driver quality body, and good driver quality paint. Interior kit's really nice. Door skins look like they're in really good shape. They both look like that. These aren't blisteringly beautiful factory seams, but they're really close with a little bit of seam sealer in there. Nothing horrific, that's for sure. But nice interior kit. That's a replacement seat. It's super comfortable. I think it's a later model Chevy truck seat. Not really sure. Trim tag, VIN tag properly mounted, replacement aftermarket, sliding rear glass. Steering wheel looks like it's in nice shape. No major cracks going on there. Prindle's in good shape. 350, turbo 350 underneath the car, if I didn't mention that. 73,176 gauges. We got working 2-speed wipers, a working stereo, working fan. I didn't try the horn, and I should have. There we go. All the lights are working. Let's take it for a ride after we get underneath it. We are enjoying a little James Taylor in the background. It's my cup of tea. Frame rails are in nice shape, extending out to the front bumper. Again, a little better shot of the age or patina on this bumper. I believe LMC has those in the catalog, pretty reasonable. The suspension has definitely been addressed, taken apart. Frame's been painted. You know, a few barren spots, but nothing too horrific. Leaf springs were changed. Bushings are in good shape. Axles are very clean. No real active dripping or anything like that coming out of the center pegs, or nothing really coming out of the backing plates there. Four-wheel disc added to this. That's pretty cool. You can see underneath. Let me see if I can get you a view of the front oil pan seal. Kind of hard to get to it, but I did get still photos of it, and it looks nice and clean. The rear looks the same. Transmission inspection cover is missing. I think they're about $35–40. Tranny's in pretty good shape. Just one small drip of fluid there or two. Nothing substantial. The truck's been here since I've been here, 3 hours, and nothing horrible coming out of it. Headers are not coated. Going into dual 2-inch, maybe 2.5-inch exhaust into Flowmaster cans, into full tailpipes, routed nicely. And these floor panels have been pieced in there and replaced. Left and right body bushings look real nice. I'll slide in back here, show a little better. Polyurethane used there, so you can see some of the body sealer that was used to address the pans, and then you can see some seams on the backside of the inner rocker structure. They look similar, left to right. Sorry, you're probably looking upside down right now. Let me change that around. And there we have it. Pretty clean. Transfer case doesn't appear to have any active leaks. I took photos of the casting numbers on those, not sure they're going to come out. These inner fenders were obviously replaced. You can see some of the welds right up there where the body supports were cut and floor pan pieces were put in. So very good execution, you know, driver quality style work for sure. Brake lines were all addressed, all the clips, all the rubber lines, everything was changed. We got a splice happening on the transmission cooler lines. Those look older. One of those little shorty filters in the back of this engine. Bottom of the core support is nice and clean. Quick look at the backside under the box, and we'll go for a ride. Wheel tubs are in nice shape. Frame has been, again, touched up and painted. A bit of a texture back here. Rear end looks to be in pretty good shape. I don't see any active seal splash up there on the exhaust. Dana unit, disc brakes added. Bottom of the box is in nice shape. You can see lift blocks underneath the springs. Look like about 3 inches. All right, paint, body, interior, under hood. Wheels, tires, suspension, rear axle, chrome, engine bay. Recovered pretty good. The truck is pretty nice going down the sides. Got maybe a few little, you know, anomalies as far as depressions or waves in the panels, but overall nothing that jumps out. This door could probably be realigned a little better. It's the lip of the fender is kind of protruding. a little bit here, but the doors open and close very nicely. Jambs are in good shape. There's some chips here. You can see that that K200 primer underneath the paint. So new sill, plate covers, new mats, replacement carpet, shiftable two-wheel drive. Older dash bezel shows a little bit of age and patina there. Those are replaceable. Glove box liner's new and the glove box opens. Box in there. Pads new. Visor's new. Dome light works, and that's new. GM work looks nice, was done nice. Again, some touch-up paint work on the bolts wouldn't hurt any. Glass rolls up and down nicely. Pinted vent window clips. These sweeps look like they were changed. Channels look like they were changed in the windows. I know there's a bunch of wind noise. I apologize. Outdoors, it is a balmy 109 on the pavement, and we got an engine temperature of looks like 87. Yep, 87. Okay, give her a cold start. Keys are over here a little ways. Ignition's a little bit, oh, here we go, I'm not showing it to you, a little bit, might have given it a little too much gas there, huh? Gas gauge appears to be working. We'll check that temperature gauge in a minute. Oil pressure's coming up good. Might have a slight exhaust leak over here on this side. You can hear a little muttering. Engine sounds pretty good, doesn't it? This truck could stand some step boards or running boards. It's a bit of a climb to get in there. So again, we had 2-speed wipers operating. Fan controls are working. I heard the fan blowing earlier. Okay, your radio. We don't have a horn. .73, 176 on the clock. Battery gauge appears to be charging. Jason Phillips from Auto Appraise is going to put a couple miles on this 1971 Chevy Longbox Custom 20. getting into some heavier traffic. Let's do a little manual shifting here, make sure we're getting all the gears. Oil pressure's holding up nicely. First to second. Gotta wait to pick up some speed here. There's second to third. I'll try to take my hands off the wheel. It says we're doing 55. It feels more like 45. Seems to go down the road pretty straight. Had a little bit of play in the steering box. It is a truck. Turn signals are flashing. There's our left, there's our right. I'll check them for cancellation when I get back. Sorry about all the wind noise. Odometer's turning. I don't have a plate on this vehicle, so I'm not going to be able to go too far. But if you are the police watching this vehicle, I'm just kidding. I have a plate on it. I'm just making the story interesting, that's all. Well, we got a nice interior kit. We've got a pretty decent repaint on a pretty solid body with a little bit of filler used here and there. Some of the readings up high and down low kind of equal each other, indicating that there was some priming and blocking done on this body to kind of flatten it out. A few little minor ripples or waves, but I would guess pretty presentable for a truck. I'll try the four-wheel drive once we get back in the parking lot. Don't want to be running it down dry pavement. Maybe build a little more speed here. There's no apparent shift kit. Got a pretty stock shift. There I am at about 65 miles an hour again. Hands off the wheel. My knees off the wheel. Can't even reach it actually. Pretty comfortable ride. Sounds pretty good. Got good acceleration. Big old 4-barrel on there. I don't hear any kind of a wild cam in the motor. Seems like a pretty stock rumble. Just a little bit of exhaust rumble. A little revving at the light. In case you're wondering about buying a new iPhone, this $1,200 beauty doesn't have a very good pause feature that's easily accessible without shutting the video down. I can tell you one thing, the heat works. My toes are on fire. pressure's holding up good. Temps at about 50%. We're going to wrap it up. Jason from Auto Appraise, thank you for hanging out. If you need service like this, again, 800-301-3886. Seems to be a pretty good running and driving truck. We'll do a last minute leak check and crawl back under it, shoot some more photos. Have a great day. Putting the brakes on really quick with my hands off the wheel yet again. Coming to a decent stop.